I will win. I promise. Shout out to my girl for getting me these new shades with the prescription in them, you know. The sun is really in my eyes, so I don't want to look like a douchebag, but I'm gonna wear these. So I will win. I promise. And the reason I will win is because I'm only comparing myself to my past self. It's only me versus me, and I'm in my own lane. But I was thinking about this. We like to compare ourselves to and follow the thoughts of these old philosophers, right? But very rarely do we look at the new philosophers, right? And I'm a new philosopher. I'm a thinker, you know? I might not be as dry and as nihilistic as some of these older philosophers and just older people that we quote and kind of live our lives by these kind of rigid paths. But I'm a new age thinker, and I'm always talking to people, and I'm always making them think, and they're always making me think, and it's a cycle. And I think with these videos, what I really want is a concentrated archive of my thoughts, a concentrated stream of the things I think about on the day-to-day and the things I talk about with other people. And I think that that's why I will win. And when I say win, it's fulfillment. I feel satisfaction when I talk to someone and I feel like we both walk away gaining something. We both walk away reflecting and feel better about ourselves. We gain confidence. I love my conversations with people because, you know, I always feel like there's growth. I always feel like I walk away understanding them more, and they walk away understanding me more, and understanding each other, you know, like ourselves, looking at ourselves better, you know. And I use a thumbnail of Kanye for this because I just love the arrogance and confidence that he has, and I think it holds some qualities that I want, you know. I don't want to look back, and I don't want to not see myself as progressing into something bigger, you know, and that's why I think I'll win. I will win, but it's really just a me versus me thing. And kind of just talking about what these videos are for me is just creating space for that concentrated thought, something to go back and reference, something to go back and see myself and see where I was, and just kind of the things that's going on up here, and just getting back to that rant spirit. And I was thinking about how we could, at the end of the year, we could listen to, or we could look at it like our Spotify and our Apple Music Wrapped and see all the things that we listened to over the year. And you could see, oh, I listened to this one song 300 times. I listened to this other song 400 times. But sometimes it feels like listening to a long form content, a 5-minute talk, a 10-minute talk is like so extra, it's so dramatic. And that's not the case. And I gotta break myself out of that for other people when it even comes to hearing me talk, because, you know, I rant and I ramble, but there is something to gain from it. And I want to get comfortable more with myself and recognizing that, because, you know, it's easy to go for the entertainment, but sometimes going for the reflection, sometimes going for the inner thoughts, it's a little vulnerable and it seems boring. But that's my truth. You know, I talk to people and sometimes I know it could be a lot, because I'll make somebody look at themselves and analyze themselves differently, because that's what I do for me. I don't know if that's part of my ADHD or that's self diagnosing, but I think it's something to be said about that, and not shying away from those kind of inner thoughts that I have, and just kind of that direction towards reflecting, you know, and trying to build each other up and growth, because that's what I'm all about. So I will win, I promise, because I'm defining what my path is and how I want to connect. I'm defining what it is that makes me happy, what I feel fulfillment from. And, you know, I'm not a rapper, I'm not a poet. I just like to talk, and I like to speak. And I think I can get to the core of people the more I talk to them. And part of that is talking to myself on these and finding that streamline of consciousness to kind of build up on. And, you know, when I sit and prepare for some of these videos, I look at different, sometimes different memes, sometimes just different things on Pinterest. I just look back at screenshots, conversations that I've had, and I kind of piece things together and try to think like, okay, what's the core of this image, or what's the core of this conversation? What's something that can be a blanket conversation for other people that they can relate to more than just this one-on-one? And that's kind of where I try to aim at when I record this stuff. And I'm starting to see it up here that's my purpose to a degree. It's just having these conversations. I'm a modern day, I'm a free thinker, you know, I'm a thinker. And a lot of these quotes, you'll see like the old school dude sitting there with a suit, and then it has like some type of nihilistic quote or just something super stoic. I'm a new take on that. I'm the new gen philosopher, you know. I sit and make you think about your life, make you reflect, but I'm not gonna leave you with a nihilistic or an empty hole feeling. I want to still insert some happiness, some cheeriness, and just some care back into, you know, everything isn't just trauma, and everything isn't just unpacking sadness and heart. It's my little baby. And so I don't know, I want to get on here and say that's why I will win, because I'm finding the positive path in what it is that I'm doing, and I feel that it's powerful. So even if it's only one person, and I was telling somebody else this, if one person watches my video, that's equivalent to one conversation for me. And if anything that I could say to you prompts a back and forth in your own head, I've won. So I know that my purpose moving forward can be to help you, but it's also helping me, and it's therapeutic. I was telling my little brother that, like, the videos for me are therapeutic. When I start a stream of consciousness and I start to think about things from a third person perspective, it helps me see and review myself even better and sharpen myself up, you know. A lot of things we do, we're constantly recording, but we don't go back and have any playback, so we're not able to really unpack things that we might have already came to the conclusion of, or learned, or are ready to move forward or act on, you know. So part of these videos for me are acting on some of the thoughts that I know I've already had, some of the combos I've already had, and that's helping me seek fulfillment, and fulfillment to me is winning, you know. Right now I'm sitting outside my house, chilling with my flowers, chilling with my little bell peppers, my plants, and I'm finding peace. And I'm finding peace in making these videos. I'm finding peace in unpacking what feels like a lot of chaos sometimes in my head, and offering that to the world too, offering an archive for, you know, if I'm not even there to, my dog's crying, if I'm not there to talk to somebody, they can go and watch a video and know the energy that I hold, you know, and can pour that and light their flame back, you know. And something that I've said to many people is, you know, as long as you don't choose to take yourself out, you delete yourself or you give up, there's still space to win, and there's still space to continue. You know, life isn't over yet. Don't make the choice for a higher power to take yourself out of here. And I stand by that, you know. I've lost a couple different friends to suicide, and just close people. And I think there are dark moments. I won't shy away from that. I won't be so altruistic that I will ignore the truth in dark moments. But the strength is continuing after, you know. And you know, what's the Katy Perry? If it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. That's true. You know, you might have some scars, but if you can keep pushing, you know, you live another day, you might find out that, you know, this life thing is all right. And I'm seeing that for myself as I get older and just as I continue life. It's changed in different ways, and it's gonna continue to change. So I'm archiving that by seeing my own life in these videos, and also just sorting out some of these thoughts that I have, some of these conversations I have with people, and it's like I said, it's helping me seek fulfillment, and that's why I know I will win. I will win, I promise, because it's a promise to myself. And the winning, there's a quote, and this is why I love rap. He said, I think it's a dude named Big Oo. He said, winners know that the W is mental. The win is mental first before you get anything else. And I'll win because I won't give up. I refuse. So I want that same for you. Listen, just know that the win is up here, you know. And just tap back into different videos I got. I'm gonna try to, when I think on something, I'm gonna try to let it rip, and you can just download that stream of consciousness and take what you can from it. Whatever you can't, leave it for the next person, you know. But I appreciate everybody rocking with me. I'm gonna keep this train going, you know. I'm gonna try to keep recording. It's my off day today, so Tuesdays are usually gonna be the days where I try to get 1 or 2 videos done. But you know, I'm gonna aim to try to make one every day. So we're gonna see how it goes. And yeah, I promise you, I will win. Peace.